Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the beautiful Andalusian city of Cordoba. Now then, it's the day after May Day, it's the 2nd of May, it's still very much holiday season here in Spain. I think people are using today as a bit of a rollover from May Day into the weekend, and it is absolutely rammed here in Cordoba. So we're going to do what we can to show you a little bit around, but I think some of it may be a little bit difficult because it is so crowded, but we'll see how we get on. And you, of course, as always, are invited, so let's go. Right, this is going to be interesting here. This is where we're staying. Very oldie-worldy hotel right in the old town. As you can see, it is rammed around here, but it's effectively a second holiday day after May Day today. This is what most people here come for. And this is the Mezquita, which is the main attraction in Cordoba. You can see up there the beautiful church tower, and we're going to be coming in here shortly after lunch. We're going to get a bit of lunch first, I think. There's so many people around. I can't really complain about there being too many tourists because of course we are as well, aren't we? We're just adding to it. Anyway, it's going to be interesting. There's a nice riverside walk and an old Roman bridge to see as well. So anyway, welcome to Cordoba. First things first, we found somewhere for lunch, so salud. Okay, lunch over, and we're on our way in. There looks to be a lot of people over there, but hopefully it'll thin out once we're inside. Right, we are in, and I've had to take the old bonnet off, so sorry about the reflection on top of the head. And we're into the mosque, so let's go and have a look around. So here we are, inside the mosque at the Mezquita in Cordoba. And apparently the original part dates from the year 786 AD. Quite incredible. Quite some place. It's only the second mosque I've ever been in my life, to be honest with you. The other one was in Istanbul a few years ago. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, what an incredible space this is. And somebody told me that this is actually the 4th most visited tourist attraction in Spain. I don't know if that's right, but wouldn't surprise me at all.
D'après ce que j'ai compris, c'est Napoléon qui a posé les cimetières. Il a dit il faut arrêter les conneries.
So if this is the 4th most visited tourist attraction in Spain, what would the other 3 be? I'm guessing the Alhambra Palace, Granada, maybe the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. Anybody know the other one? No idea. If you know, stick it in the comments below. So there's so much history here, but the gist I'm getting from our friends who've got the guide is that this was originally Christian and then it became a Muslim mosque. And then once again the Christians took it over, and this was the first Christian chapel to be built within the old mosque area. That's as far as I can gather so far.
These arches, which have a horseshoe shape if you look at them, at where the round part is, were influenced by the aqueducts and triumphal arches of ancient Rome. So it was configured through a framework of columns, which actually built this building round it.
Right. And just look what's behind us here. Wow. So you come through one of the side doors and look what you find. Wow. So most of the older parts of the mosque are in dimmed light, but then you come into the centre part and all of a sudden it all changes. Just take a look at this. And this is the main part of the cathedral where they have the services. Just, well, impressive. Doesn't even do it justice, does it? Wow. The light floods in. And we are out. Well, Gordon, our friend who's with us, said that was an assault on the senses. I think that's almost an understatement, quite incredible. So there's the exit where we've just come out of the Mezquita, out of the main mosque and cathedral. I'll show you how close we're staying. Here's the main entrance. And you see that upper window on the yellow building? That's our room. Couldn't be closer, could it? And there it is. That picture just doesn't even give you half a clue how enormous that place is. Quite incredible. So we're into the sort of courtyard area, and then in the corner is this magnificent bell tower as well. So a last look at this wonderful place, and we're going to make our way out onto the streets, and I think we're going to have a wander down towards the river and see what it's like down there. Right, so let's have a wander down here and have a look at Cordoba outside of the Mezquita. I think this should take us down to the river. One of the many crosses around the city. This is because of the Festival of the Crosses that takes place 2 weeks after Easter. And here we are, the Rio Guadalquivir, which is the same river that goes through Sevilla, and the famous Roman bridge right here in beautiful Cordoba. Very colourful shops everywhere. So we're in the Plaza del Triunfo, another triumph place or Triumph Square, and here is the arch leading onto the fabulous and very famous bridge. And here we are by the Guadalquivir River again. So here we are on the Punto Romano. There's the arch we just came through, and the Mezquita behind it. And apparently when I was just filming that last clip, I was in the way of somebody who wanted to take a photo. It's very hard not to be with all these thousands of people here, and she said, "Look at him, that stupid gringo talking to himself." Well, she's probably right, to be honest. Well, we were looking for somewhere away from the masses to have a little drinky poos, and just one back street away from all the crowds. Look what we found. I think it could well be Sangria o'clock. Well, a very good morning. It is day 2 here in Cordoba. A little bit shattered, to be honest with you, this morning. I personally got about 2 hours sleep. I'm not complaining. It's a fantastic place to stay. We're right in the heart of the old town of Cordoba, right opposite the entrance to the Mezquita, which you saw earlier on in this video, which is fantastic. but it was noisy last night. Lots of people going past, lots of people partying into the night. And then once they cleared off, then we had the road sweeper come round at about, I don't know, 2 a.m, 3 a.m. And then of course you get the dustbin men as well. So a little bit sleepy this morning. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you the view out of the window. I showed you the view out of our window in the Granada accommodation on the last video, but just take a look at this. It's actually lovely. So we're right over a little square with a vibrant little cafe there. And you can hear one of the buskers down there. And then there is the entrance to the Mezquita, the bell tower behind, and then the cathedral to the left hand side. Tell you what, we've been so lucky with our views on this holiday. So here you are, the heart of the old town, right here in Cordoba. So this afternoon we're going to be getting the train to Malaga. Well, we've got a few hours yet, so we're going to have another walk around Cordoba. See what we can find that we haven't seen before. Here's the Aussies. Hello, matey. So we've just walked behind the Mezquita, and here we are at yet another palace. And this was recommended to me by one of my Facebook friends. This is the Alcázar de los Reyes Cristianos. But I don't think we're going to go in. I think, to be honest, we're a bit palaced out this week, but we'll go and have a look around the edge of it. A little artisan market in front of the Alcázar. If you want your leather wallets and your flamenco dresses and your white lacy dresses, and what else have we got? Perfumes, and moving on, what's that one? Something to eat maybe, and more jewellery. There you go, nothing there for me really, is there? Just look at the size of those palm trees. And another spectacular Spanish tower. Wow. So we're here with our friends Rena and Gordon from sunny Teignmouth in Devon, and Rena loves her horses, so I think we're going somewhere where she can see a few of those. So let's follow them and see what she's got in mind. Yeah, we're thinking it might be in here. Let's go and investigate. Oh, it's looking promising. So it's yeah, Caballerizas Reales, so is that something to do with royal horses? Aha! Yes, looking promising. Now these are what you call posh stables, aren't they? However, not a horse in sight. Isn't he beautiful? And look at this chap, isn't he lovely? So they do a show 3 times a week. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, so we're not going to make it for tonight's show, but still lovely to see them nevertheless. And they do the spectacular horse displays with flamenco dancers, sort of weaving the way around them as well. Quite amazing. Yeah, so we were just talking to Rena, and she says one of the reasons in particular she wanted to come here was because the riders and the horses from this stable here in Cordoba, she saw performing at West Point at Exeter last year. The same people, same horses. Quite amazing, isn't it? You can see them training here. You can see the care that goes into looking after these beautiful creatures. And they're just gorgeous. Hello? Hola.
tall this one.
Fantastic, isn't it? Well, what a privilege it was to see those amazing horses practicing there. The Real Madrid of horses, apparently they are. And this is another one of the beautiful little side streets just down the road. Isn't it beautiful? So quintessentially Spanish. Aha, so this is where we are. Got a lovely church. A lot of people heading down here, so we'll see what there is. And they have this thing called the patios of Cordoba, where a lot of the buildings cover the walls in basically plants and plant pots, but always very brightly coloured and very brightly decorated. So pretty, isn't it? Ah, pharmacy. Apparently the girls are in there getting me something because I've got a cold. I'll be alright. I'll live. I'll live when I go on. Yeah, I hope so.
Beautiful flowers.
Gorgeous. Look at this, more beautiful bougainvillea hanging off the side. Don't know what they're all looking at, but it looks interesting. Well, this is one of the patios, but it looks like maybe you have to pay to go in. But we just walked past and it was absolutely gorgeous, but so many people in there. Obviously a very busy, popular visitor attraction. What a beautiful taverna this is. Puerta Sevilla, and yet another gorgeous street. Isn't this lovely? You know something, when we said we were going to come to Cordoba, I thought we were almost coming off the beaten track, because after all it's not Granada, it's not Seville, but there are so many tourists here. It really surprised me. I think it's very popular with Spanish people to come and visit because of the patios and the Mezquita and the little streets. It really is a lovely place. It's really surprised me. So here we go, yet another gorgeous street. I think we're heading back towards the Mezquita, back towards the centre. This reminds me a lot of the old Pueblos Blancos. We had a holiday in the mountains of Spain near Ronda a few years ago, and lots of the villages look like this. So beautiful. So before my voice disappears completely, I think it's time to wrap this video. Hope you've enjoyed our little wander around the beautiful city of Cordoba. What did you think of it, Nina?
I thought it was wonderful. Loved seeing the horses.
Absolutely amazing.
And all these patios of flowers. Beautiful.
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 Cordoba has been a big surprise actually. When we first arrived yesterday, it looked very crowded, very touristy and a little bit chaotic, but you just get away from that and it's lovely. I love these little streets, absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much for watching. This is the last of our Andalucia videos.
Yeah.
So you can see all the rest of them on this channel. They should all be there by now. Thank you so much. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be amazing. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time when hopefully I'll get my voice back.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you very much for watching.
Porque a lo mejor está en el concurso, cuando ya hagan el concurso ya lo dejan gratis.